dumbass.
Give me some money. That's not money, it's alcohol. Give me some money. That's $5. I need more than that.
Alright, no circle strafing him. Good to know.
You guys just sleeping here? Guy's just sleeping. Good for him. Good for him. He can catch some Z's in this world.
What's up?
I don't know. What's up with you?
What's up with you?
Just chilling, just been playing some League.
Our love wants to party all the time, party all the time, party all the time. Oh. There's no way he didn't die with me, so I completed my mission. Fuck you. My girl wants to party all the time, party all the time, party all the time.
Oh, what time is it? Oh, Jesus.
What time is it?
8 o'clock.
Damn.
Oh man, my weapon's breaking. Get out of here. Die. Oh!
Sounds like a personal problem. They have pills for that, though.
They do.
Seriously? It's all the way over
Yeah,
there.
this one isn't letting me repair it because I have no repair stuff.
Ow.
Hunter just smacked that guy in half. Totally getting frisky.
What y'all playing?
Dying Light.
I'm playing Fall Down and Climb Back Up Simulator.
I didn't hear you.
That's that zombie game?
Yeah.
Pretty good.
It's a lot of fun.
I don't have a fucking gun.
I was
Oh,
standing
God.
back here ready to shoot you
God.
in case you turned into a zombie, Hunter. I was ready.
Oh, yeah, let's play Heavy Reaper fight. No, I want to
Trying
use
to
my
push
Heavy
it off
Reaper.
without doing anything, other than running into it.
Learned how to craft conducting liquid. Right? Learned how to craft
Heavy
fastball
Reaper.
special.
How do I equip it? Equip it! Equip it! Oh, sweet Jesus, equip it. He didn't equip it. Why didn't you equip it? I hate you. I hate you so much.
Why aren't you equipping it? I have a big head and small arms.
I'll not take that excuse. Backpack, Heavy Rebar. Select. Yes. Yes. Oh, God, in the face. Oh!
Oh God, in the face. Oh, there it is. Noise draws the attention of zombies. Alright, I just called them all over,
You can't
Hunter.
act like you're still. Wow, you played possum. That's sneaky son of a bitch. He's like, oh, I can't see, I can't see. Yes, I can.
Hear the excitement when I was telling Hunter I'd take him out if he became a zombie? Is that what you're talking about? Oh man, I accidentally cracked open her chest. Stop it, get down. Get your feet out from under her. Stay down. Right, nobody wants to see your boobs now. Look, it's a scary mess.
Wow, can't get in my inventory.
I'll still feel him, I don't care. Oh God!
What you gonna do now, ugly? Huh? Huh? Go fuck yourself. God damn it.
Here's what I don't understand. Oh, maybe.
Get away from
For
those
God's sakes.
hates those cans. I threw fire. That is the worst reaction I've ever seen to fireworks. He literally tried to kill them.
Oh, somebody's up here with me. Get out of here.
Good drop.
I got a runner on me. Hunter, did you like grapple to that plane? You're already there for God's sake.
Yeah, as it flew by, I grappled it.
Go buck yourself. I killed the giant black guy with the rebar hammer to become a giant black guy with a rebar hammer.
Mr. Fancy Bear, I was going to be straight up honest with you. I don't care if they're ripped open or not. Boobs are boobs, man. Doesn't even matter. The only ones I can't handle are the ones that are like pancakes on a plate. Any other kind, or the ones that are like poured into the bra with a with like a pitcher.
Yeah, I can't do the National Geographic boobies either. Like just like the
ones that are like 10 miles long down to the
Yep.
bottom.
They're like the only the strong banana way playing in the background. I can't do that. More references are gonna go right over our viewers' heads, but that's all right.
Yeah, the ones you need, and I'll break it down for the stream. Probably done this for the stream before, but you got there. You don't concern yourself with size until they get past like double D, and then you're like, it's too much. Just get out of here with those. I don't know what you want me to do with them, but I'm not playing basketball today. But you concern yourself with the consistency and the shape. The first one is the teacup on a table, right? Imagine a teacup overturned on a table. No matter where it goes, she could be hanging upside down, they're still going to be in that exact same position. That's fine. The next one is softball in a sock. And you're like, oh, these are pretty good. Because it looks like softball in a sock, right? But after that, you start getting pretty terrible. You get like golf ball in a glove. And that's where I would classify the National Geographic one. You just in one of those really long silk gloves, right? And then you got a golf ball at the end. And you're just like, I don't want anything to do with those. And then after that, you've got the pancake on a plate, right? Which those are like, just imagine a pancake on a plate. Like you put the plate like this, you move it like this, and the pancake just flops there. And you don't want anything to do with that either. And then there are like liquid boobs, which like I said earlier are like poured into the bra with a pitcher. So when you go and you like touch them, they're just like, it's like, what is this? Is this water? Like I don't even understand this. There's no pushback. There has to be some pushback. Pregnant boobs are fantastic. Yeah, softball in a sock, 10 out of 10. And then pregnant softball in a sock, 12 out of 10. That's actually how we knew my wife was pregnant recently. She's like, Jesus, come over here and feel these boobs. And I was like, you don't have to ask me twice. Let's do this. Right. And they just grew, and it was awesome. Because she's got the good softball in a sock ones. That you're like, those are the ones that always look the best, right? So you look at them and you're like, those are like Hollywood boobs. And, it looks like you stuffed a softball in a tiny sock and just put it there. And then when they grow bigger, you're like, what is this? And then they actually, like, when you go and squeeze them, they squeeze your back. They're like, hey, what are you doing? Just me here. You, me, and these boobs. Plasma Spark, glad you approve, buddy. We are masters of all things boobs in this world.
I think one of my favorite things that one of my buddies said, we were talking to a girl, and she was the teacup, and she was always nervous, like, oh, I don't get it, they're not very big, and he's like, oh, what do guys think about it? My friend looks her right in the eyes and goes, here's the thing about big boobs and small boobs, they're both great, and here's why. He goes, if they're big, then they fill up my hands and I can grab them.
That's right.
And he goes, and if they're small, I can fit the whole thing in my mouth.
In my mouth, so, exactly.
I couldn't agree more. Like that's the glory of them. So they have fun grades one way or the other, and that's all you need to know. Like there's nothing else about it. So boobs are boobs or boobs are boobs, and they're wonderful.
Someone left some oars on top of this car. Oh, and one of these like little safety rings. So if anybody's drowning in this world, I can save them.
It's like when I was on a Rifty ship. Ew, the world's longest nipple. That might be the one thing. Okay, I will say this. When it comes to boobs, if anything says world's longest, I'm not going to look at it. That might be the one time I don't want to see that.
Yeah. Yeah, world's longest anything.
World's longest blank, there is no good word to... There's no word that makes you go,
no, I agree.
After that.
I agree. All right, now I got to figure out how to grab these fucking guys. ASD. Shit. I gotta go back into my skills, because I remember I know how to grab them with the controller. That's not skills.
Supposed to be finding and fixing some light problem. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Find the power distribution panels. Oh, did I not do this? I got distracted as we were talking about boobs. Where is the light distribution panel? I need an adult. Did I not? Why did I tear this thing apart if I'm not going to use anything?
So we've got... How do I fucking throw the zombies?
Well, world's longest pile of money. I could deal with that. I'm specifically talking about...
World's longest pile of money. Where they just put dollar bills like end to end. Here you go. It's the world's longest pile of money. Yeah, have fun with that, smart ass. Press num 7 and in a direction. Fuck, which is num 7?
Wish.
That num 7?
I regret everything.
Yeah, no shit on that score.
Ew. Ew. Alright, this is TMI, but if your nipple is the size of my junk, I am not interested.
I am.
I'm quite frightened. then there will be no competition. I will wingman you to death on that woman, because I don't want to steal her at all. Someone tell me what his power distribution box is. What the hell does it look like?
Okay, which one of these fucking things is num 7?
Ew. See, longest cock. I tell you that a lot of people think it's the greatest thing in the world to have a big giant schwanza, but unless you're in the porn industry, you're going to be a lonely man because you're going to drop trowel. Girls are going to go, "That's not going near me."
Yeah, I agree. Fuck, I just unassigned everything.
Well, good. By the time you reassign everything, maybe I'll be done with this shit. What am I doing wrong? Find the power distribution panel and fix the light problem.
Can I fucking undo?
Meatball subs long. What a weird frame of reference, but entirely accurate. Let me guess. I gotta crawl through here. Fuck you. Wow, if I could not hit the locker zombie, I'd have kicked your ass. Yeah, clearly we're not leaving it to me. It took me an hour to find a fucking switch.
Well, there's a button to find stuff around you. I don't know what it is on the controller.
Man, the only thing that's missing is the hunter stuff. Like, I don't fucking know
Who's
what I want all
hitting me
this
in the
stuff to
face?
be. Tackle.
What the fuck can I die from? All seven. Oh, is the stream still up? Wow, it's old choppy chop. What is going on in the background?
Press key, control.
That's what's going on.
Use equipment.
Really, Steam? You can update now.
Use E. This. Use Q. Look back. I don't need. Attack. Grapple.
Find shelter before it gets dark. Well, I have to go back out because I already made it. I have to go back out into the darkness to find a safe zone. Are you kidding me?
Alright, so I think I got everything figured.
No, you don't.
What are you doing?
I don't know.
Oh, I can throw people now. Yeah, get out of here. I can throw you. Or I can get eaten. But you just jumping right back up. Whoa. Okay. Okay. Mikey's drop kicking dudes. I turn my flashlight off, I suppose.
Oh, can't climb on the wires. Okay, good to know.
Wow.
Wait, did I just drop
He
kick?
said he laughed and said, "Go to your room." Yeah, it looks that way. There's a head over here and there's a body over there.
What?
He's like, son, that's funny. Go to your room and never come out. You're dead to me.
I don't Subway Eat Fresh. I put Sunday Eat Dead. What?
I don't know.
The kid I got no you're making Subway. Okay, Subway Eat Fresh. Put Sunday Eat Dead. What a randomly awful thing to do. Not in shelter? I really thought I was in shelter.
Hey, this zombie doesn't have arms.
He doesn't need him. That's like Michonne's brother. He's got an arm in my thing. Now he's got no arms. Oh, he still has. He's just got a bullet in his arm.
I was
You were 11. Jesus. The hell of an 11-year-old there. Alright, you should be pretty much through the tutorial after that bit. I think that's the last part where you see the hunter dude. Where you see the hunter. I need bullets. No, what you have are bullets. I hope that once your guns are empty, I won't be standing, because if I am, I'm gonna kill all of you. I think Mikey just bailed. He's like, F this, I'm outie.
I am looking for some love.
I'm looking for an operator for my pocket calculator.
There we go.
Did it say like, hey, you can invite other dudes to your thing now?
Yeah,
Invite other dudes to your party.
You can find them. You want to come to a party? Come on, party, party.
Oh, nice! 2 headshots, 1 bullet.
Party.
I dig it. Home Space has invited you to play Dying Light. Epic. What time? Jesus, it only took you 2 hours.
Oh, it's so sad. Why are you whining?
You can do a 30-minute section, exactly.
User joined your channel.
I did it thoroughly. What can I say, baby? I don't rush these kind of things. I take my time and make sure I find everything. Yeah. Takes your time. Everybody wants some sexy time.
Alright, while I'm loading this game,
Loves it sexy time.
I'm gonna go refill my drink. I'll be right back.
I'll be right back. Hunter, are you in?
Yeah, I can join on you. You don't need to send an invite.
Even though you're like level 75 million.
I've got good stuff. Or at least stuff that should help me.
I am going to get some. I will as well. I'll be back in 9. I will return. I will. I promise. We want to walk around in circles, walk around in circles, walk around in. Turn the light on. Seeing your character with the microphone flashlight taped to his shoulder, Garlock reminds me of the time when we were playing games. I think we were playing Battle Realms. How to think about it, and you wanted a hands-free headset, and I didn't have one. So, are you there, Garlock? Son of a bitch, he's not. We
I'm
might
right here,
miss you,
bro.
Fancy Bear.
I'm right here.
Don't
I'm right here.
Don't get mad that you weren't invited. And I just remember the time when you wanted a hands-free headset and all you had was a regular cord. This is back, by the way, people, when phones had cords and you actually had one in your house.
Oh my god, I remember this.
So to get a hands-free set, you took a beanie and put it on his head, took the receiver with the cord on it, put it on his face, and literally, as he held it there, took a roll of duct tape and taped it around his head, and then up and around this way. So he had the phone taped to the side of his head, and that was his hands-free headset.
That was
absolutely amazing.
Yeah, well, that back in the day, we didn't have shit like Skype. We had to call each other on the phone if we wanted to talk while we were playing games.
Yeah, or we had to game in the same room. It's fucking weird, I know, but.
The duct tape headset. Yep, I remember that. As soon as you said that, the cord, I knew exactly where you were going with it.
I still think about that, and it's still to this day was goddamn hilarious. Okay, talk to Spike. Spike is out in the middle of goddamn nowhere.
I don't want that. How the fuck am I supposed to...
Find the most loot? What?
Oh, that's just the optional bullshit
Oh.
thing.
There's an ugly bitch falling off the balcony trying to get to you. You know what? You've worked that hard. You give a little nibble. Go ahead, give a little nibble. Go ahead. There you go.
Out of here. Oh, I think I actually have to load into your stream again. That's
That's called a land party. That's a whole different kind of evil. And for the record, 16 guys in a house, 16 dudes grouped up in a house eating pizza, yelling at each other. Sometimes we call that watching football on Sunday. But for some reason, it's different when it's football as opposed to when you're doing anything else. It's not gay if there's football on. That's like the whole, that's like, you know, when you talk about jiu-jitsu and they're like, it's not gay if you don't make eye contact. Like, that's the same thing for football. It's not gay if there's football on.
well, I can't get your stream to stream.
To stream the impossible stream. Wow, her boobs are in a perpetual state of jiggling. Look at that. Look at that. Stop it. Creepy. Stop it. Stop. Creepy boobs.
Do me a favor and drop out. Well, here, wait, actually, let me just do an experiment first.
I'm not experimenting with you anymore. I learned my lesson once. Nothing's gay if you say homo.
That's right.
Now, but do you have to remove the penis from your mouth first, or can you just go,
Oh, homo.
and be good?
Dome, do me a favor and cut out of, like, drop
Dying
out
Light?
of Dying Light, like, cancel out entirely and just reload it.
Who the fuck are you? Get the fuck off my screen, you dweeb. I think Twitch started doing something, so now it's...
What's up, Pindrop? You're missing epic conversations.
Wow, apparently I had 7 Twitch windows running in the background. That's also bad.
That's probably what the problem was. Good job. Well
Yeah,
done.
most likely. Well, you know. That's why it took me so long to complete the tutorial. In circles.
Dome Space is currently unable to maintain a stable broadcast connection. Man, probably should not be trying to watch all that Twitch.
Well, you know. Ability is never my strong point. I'm stable. I'm completely fucking stable! Turn the fan on. I'm so hot, hot, hot. Ow!
What the hell did you just do? That was incredible. That was amazing, brother. That was amazing. You're like,
Okay. Mother.
we've had that before. We've definitely had that before, Plasma Spartan. I think Dome Space is dead. Look at he's like. You all right over there, man?
Dude.
Then suddenly it's gone from the FPS Dojo to the Three Stooges.
Alright, so...
I know which one's Curly.
The best way I can describe this is that... So I have the Yeti Pro. So,
Microphone. We can see it.
So this, if you can see the setup I have here, this microphone stand is holding the Yeti, but the Yeti is too heavy for this microphone stand, so I have a second microphone stand that holds it at the proper level, because otherwise it just falls to the ground. So while standing up, I kicked the bottom. This thing here, this big, I don't know if you can, this big heavy plate.
Yeah.
I kicked that with my little toe as I turned to stand up, and when I kicked that, my foot then slid forward and I bashed my second to the small toe on this metal pole. So it went bam, bam, and I haven't felt so much pain in my toes in quite some time. And it was a combination of sheer pain, shame, and just anger that's flowing through every part of my body as I sat there just being pissed off.
Like Peter Griffin when he hits his knee.
I was thinking that too. Oh, I was so mad.
All right, let's get in this game. We waited 2 hours for you to finish the thing so we could get in the thing.
I'm not even. I'm actually. Gina, are you around this weekend, or are you taking off this weekend?
I'm leaving Saturday night.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe tomorrow. I'll be around. I don't know. Garlock drunk streaming is really him talking a lot.
Yeah, it's just me talking all the time. Like there's no end to any sentence. There are no. What I do is I remove punctuation from my vocabulary, and I just keep talking. And if I see anybody new, I'll just talk to them.
And if I'm drunk, apparently I tell him to shut up.
Yeah, the only thing that Dome can say at that point is, "God, are you still talking? Shut up." That's all he ever says the whole time. It's pretty funny.
So I mean, I'm down for tomorrow. I got stuff to do.
We'll see. Where's waiting for Dome Space's broadcast to start. So apparently, okay, there you are.
I get confused. Well, I just start drinking more. That usually fixes it, or at least makes you stop caring. If I was drunk and I kicked that thing, it wouldn't have hurt so damn bad.
Maybe.
I'd have woke up in the morning like, what
we got the
fuck
black
happened
ink.
to my toe, but
I can't say I'm surprised that Rise.
Oh man, you can see my Steam overlay now on the stream. That's pretty weird.
GRE won't let me just walk away.
That could get awkward as I talk about all you guys on the stream. We have the other one saved. I have it spirited away in a hidden location. The first drunken stream. It's
just making an expression.
Set to private somewhere on some server somewhere, buried deep. I was just making Canadian impressions.
I think you were pretending to be Dragon.
Oh, when I was being Dragon. That guy's amazing. He's my favorite. That you, Dome? God, I got nothing to fix my broken rod with.
Santa Claus, oh!
Yeah, that's what I just said. I jumped over this thing. I was like, maybe there's some stuff in here to... Oh, thanks for taking them all away, Dome. That's amazing. You're the best.
Please.
Now they're back to me.
Well, we have the Juggernaut known as Hunter, so I think we'll be all right.
Well, he'll be all right. You haven't seen Nighttime yet.
I take that back. He just flopped in the middle and then got kicked in the face. Maybe we're all screwed. All right, I'm heading towards the marker because that's where I gotta go.
Oh yeah. Oh God, Rosie. Explaining the difference between subtleties of language. She was supposed to do a pirate stream where she was learning how to speak pirate and then follow it with a Assassin's Creed Black Flag. I don't know what happened to that.
Fucking Marty Jannetty over here, fucking drop kicking everybody.
Oh.
And once again, no one's gonna catch that reference except for Carlock.
Wait till I start my bicycle kicks.
Hey.
Money, 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 money. I always love how people were so excited by Steve Austin. I was a badass. I want to be like, you guys don't remember when he was stunning Steve Austin.
That's right.
Champion wearing with a pink boa.
That's right. And his long blonde hair.
Yep.
Ah! Oh, that's not going to work. I have tab as my weapons menu, and I have shift to run. So I hit tab when shift, and it just brings up the Steam overlay. Yep, that's Rosie.
A random game I paid into there before I saw the stream and she was doing douchebag. I mean, it was like probably just like threw herself and was doing so bad. Yeah, she it's pretty funny. First time I saw her rage, we were playing Worms. And I think I beat her like 4 games in a row and she wasn't very happy.
Yeah, she rages like a champion, man.
Oh fuck, what the hell was that? Oh, come on up, booty shorts. Go ahead, do it again. Oh, game over? That's it?
I
No?
gotta switch this configuration real quick. Options, controls, mouse sensitivity in the menu, and put that all the way up. There we go. Probably not that far. Down, maybe there. Yeah, maybe a little lower. Alright, maybe we'll just put it right where we had it. Bam.
You hurt your feelings? You should write me a strongly worded letter and I'll read it to her in my smooth jazz DJ voice. I totally will too.
Your channel.
What's up, gents?
What's up, Matrix guy?
Exactly.
Who's in the Matrix? Who's in the Matrix? Good boy.
Buddy disconnected from your channel. Buddy joined your channel.
Well, let's try this again.
Oh, you're not in the Matrix anymore.
Excellent. Whose game we playing off of?
Parkour Fever Challenge. Let the Parkour Fever begin. Skills is your challenge. Leaderboards. Leaderboards! Ah. Oh, get out of there.
Alright, got it. Parkour. Stop telling me about it. What? Reached the end of the tunnel. What the fuck just happened?
Nothing, I just accidentally clicked on something I didn't want to click on, and then I couldn't escape out of it fast enough before it was like, we're gonna start right now! And I was like, no, we don't need to start right now, guys. It's
User
totally
joined your
fine.
channel.
Who's the host?
Dome's the host?
So,
Where are we? Where's the dome's way the fuck over there?
Oh fuck! I gotta get you ass baskets over here.
Here's what I wonder. I wonder why
User left your channel.
we have containers of genitalia as our like made up disses. Like, hey buddy, you're a bag of dicks, or God damn it, get out of here, ass basket. Like,
Well, see, I have a
ass
specific-
basket.
I have a
right.
specific formula for creating insults like that. It actually works wonderfully. But as far as Louis C.K.
Formula, like you just sat down and you're like, oh, this is gonna be the greatest thing ever. You put this with this, and then it works.
I'll tell you off stream because I'm not ready for the world to know, but it's beautiful.
Okay.
As far as that, the second thing is, Louis C.K. He's like, what does eat a bag of dicks mean? He's like, do I have to suck on the bag itself? Do I have to take each dick out and chew on it individually? Like, how do you eat a bag of dicks?
Oh, I don't know. I like to think that my crew made that up though, and then it just took off.
Well, no, he
Calling
was
someone a
talking
bag
about-
of dicks.
Yeah, he was just talking about like he was in traffic. He's like someone yelled at him in traffic, and he was like, "What am I supposed to do?" But he didn't actually take credit for the creation. He was
What do
just
you
like, "I
really
don't know
want
what
me
that
to
means."
do with this? I'm just not sure. Other players are waiting for me? Oh, sorry guys. I'm a bag of dicks. I'm a big ass basket. I'm a big box of boobs. I'm a big Tupperware vagina.
Ooh, that sounds gross. A Tupperware vagina?
Tupperware of no, there's a bunch of vaginas in the Tupperware.
That's not much better. What is that in your fridge? It's none of your business.
I will gladly pay $100 for 3 baskets of ass. he's at like a stand at the side of the road, right? He's got like there's like the watermelon stand, there's the coconut stand, and then there's the ass stand where he just I'll take 3 buckets of ass, please. Sorry, we don't sell buckets here. We only have baskets of ass.
Can I buy individual ass or do I have to buy a basket?
I'm sorry, sir. We don't break up the baskets here. It's
I
you
really
gotta buy a basket or nothing, or you get no ass.
I just want one cheek. If I buy a whole ass, it goes to waste, and I feel so bad wasting food, but none of my neighbors eat it, so I don't know what to do with it.
Ass is pretty good though, man. That's what ham is, right? Ham is pig ass. Ham is good. It's one of my favorite meats. I love to eat ass.
Differently, but sure.
And my wife just chimed in asking what the hell is wrong with me. I mean, if you don't know by now, babe.
If anyone's concerned about whether or not you eat ass, I guess it's fair that it's her.
That's true. Yeah, ham. I just had a ham sandwich
Maybe
earlier
that
today.
That may be a pleasant or wonderful surprise for her. I don't know. I won't speak for her.
Drink a cup of anus.
That is the name of my new screamo band.
Drink a cup of anus. Nice. Oh, that's fantastic. That was Mr. Fancy Bear. He said he's ready to drink a cup of anus. And then Dome said that's the name of his new screamo band. Oh, it was Plasma. Sorry, Plasma. I didn't mean to.
Plasma. Louis C.K. is one of my favorite comedians. I think if I had to, what would be my top 5? Louis C.K. is in there. Bill Burr is in there.
I actually saw Bill Burr live, like, I don't know, a couple weeks ago.
Bill Burr, definitely Patrice O'Neal, because he's just fucking hilarious. The way that he insults people and says offensive stuff, like, I don't know, but it's fucking hilarious. I always like Robin Williams. I love the way that he blended stuff together. Like, Live on Broadway? Like, he is just one connected train of thought where he never transitions, clearly, but he covers like 50 topics, and it's wonderful. And every topic he talks about leaves you wanting more from that topic, but he just moves on to the next statement. And it's just a wonderful stream of consciousness.
My wife and I were actually at the taping of Live on Broadway.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like that's the show that we saw in New York. And it was fantastic. It was so good. We had such good seats. When my wife got us the tickets, she's like, yeah, so I was looking into tickets, and I put these tickets into the cart, and I accidentally bought them, and they were like, $250 a piece or something ridiculous. And I didn't think I was buying them. I just wanted to see where they were, like, seating in the theater, and I accidentally hit purchase. So it looks like we're in row number 3. This weekend, and I was like, all right, let's do this. And it's like there were governors and like senators and like Seth Green and a bunch of celebrities sitting behind us. So it was pretty funny.
Oh, Jeremy Holt. Oh, Bo Durham, sorry. Who else is there? I liked... I mean, as much as people like, they're going to be mad at me for saying this, I did like Bill Cosby. I still do, because his delivery and his style... Right, and he was the first one I saw that really did the. Now I told you that story to tell
you this one.
which was genius.
I don't care if people get mad at me. Like, look at, all right, Bill Cosby raped a bunch of girls, but you know what else? He was really funny.
Yeah.
So, I don't forgive him for the raping a bunch of girls, and I get that people are mad at him, and yeah, it's not cool, but he was still really funny. I'm not gonna lie.
Where the fuck am I going?
It's just sex, my wife says. Wow. That's pretty good.
And then, what's there? I get some audible mentions. Lewis Black is definitely on that list. Close to.
Black.
A couple new ones. Kurt Metzger, Big J. Okerson. Those guys are really fucking funny.
I like,
Chris D'Elia, I think his name
who's the
is.
guy who had that, damn it, who's the guy who had the show on FX?
I think it's Chris D'Elia. I think it might be who you're talking about.
I don't know. I'm talking about the Australian dude.
Oh,
What the fuck is that
Jim
guy's name?
Jeffries?
Jim Jeffries. I like that guy. I enjoyed his show, too.
Supposed to go.
I like his whole bit on guns. And from now on, I'm not even going to talk to people about guns. Like, you want to talk to me about guns? Just watch this video. That's pretty much what I think.
Supposed to be right here, just waiting for everybody else. So,
Oh, is that what it is? Okay.
yeah, one of the drawbacks to multiplayer on this game.
What are we doing? All standing here, right? Oh, I got a little walkie-talkie. Oh, there we are.
Crane here.
Report.
Meeting with the
Right
town's
here, the
leader.
whole world turns blue.
Confirm his identity and contact us immediately.
I love Jim Jeffries when he's like, the only valid argument for the anti-gun control argument? I like guns. Fuck you if you want to take them from me. I was like, you know what? That's pretty much a legit argument. Fuck you, I like guns. All right, I can't argue with that one.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I do like guns, and I own a handgun, and I'm considering buying a. As silly as it is, the chainsaw grip shotgun is just one of the coolest things ever. Like, it literally is a top. They use it in The Purge. The Purge is a shit movie, but
That's
it's
fucking
shotgun,
ridiculous.
And the slide is. You can look it up, and the slide goes on top of the shotgun, so you fire and you rack this way, so you don't have to come up and change. And just because it's fun to shoot on the range, but even as a person who I like weapons and I like having them, and I have a couple. I don't need 75. I don't need assault rifles. I don't need crazy shit. I have one or two and they're fun to play with. But I don't know. I'm not that guy. I don't think I need 75 of them in my house, but I definitely own them. And I had some. I don't know. I went both. I remember the Jim Jeffries thing, and he went a little far, but I don't know.
What do you mean?
Oh, I'm trying to remember. I just remember when I watched it. I haven't watched it in a little bit. Like he kind of. He felt like he went into the kind of crazy or like the over-the-top person where it's like, it's not the typical gunner. Like, I have no problem with someone I have a handgun, and I have it for home defense, and mine sits in my case. I go to the range, and that's what I do with it. But it was kind of like painful. And I know it's a comedian, so you have to be extreme.
Well, he just that's actually the thing that I liked about him is he wasn't like bad-mouthing, either section. He was just saying, let's look at the reality of it. The reality is, so you're a responsible gun owner, right? Yeah. So you keep your gun in a safe, right? Yeah. So you're not using it for protection because if it's in a safe and someone breaks into your house, like that was part of it. He was like,
yeah.
So just wait right here, okay? He's like, oh, this is a 21. 34, and he's trying to break it. He says, honey, what the hell is it? Why would you make the combination to the gun safe your mother's birthday? How am I ever going to remember that? Oh, I don't know. It was just funny.
Mine's in a case. I don't have any kids or anything in my house, so one of the things I thought was just silly, but what the fuck? This is just too many fucking people. It was
carving hammer.
Oh,
What the hell is a carving hammer? That's
it's literally
fantastic.
Like, it's a metal. It's a big giant magnet, like it's a big 3x3 magnet. And when you post it, you can put it on the wall, and then you can take your handgun or whatever metal weapon and slap it to the wall so it sits on the magnet. So you could wake up in the light and go, oh, and pull it off. And I was like, that just seems excessive too. But it's kind of funny that they actually have something like that. But most people, I don't know, I always laugh at a lot of gun owners because, like, I have access to some cool military stuff, but I have high-grade dampeners. I have restraints. Because it's like...
Ooh, kinky.
Yeah, well, that's usually why I have them, but they double up, so it's nice. I didn't say I bought those for home defense, but, you know.
You guys waiting for me or what? Are we all standing by the elevator?
Yeah, we are.
It didn't have the B thing. It didn't say, you know, press B to teleport or whatever.
Yeah. And it, because I was laughing at people because they're like, oh, like, the same thing. I was like, do you have a weapon? Yeah. Are you responsible? Yeah. I'm like, okay. And I'm ready for defense. I'm like, do you have earplugs? No. Do you want to hear anything after you fire your weapon? And then I was asking, like, do you have any
in your living room?
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, do you have any zip ties or anything else to restrain someone? If you go freeze and they go, okay, are you going to stand there and hold your gun on them for the next hour? Or what are you going to do? And it's like, well, you better have some. So a lot of people just haven't thought it through. So I agree with Jim Jeffries in the sense that some people just don't think the whole goddamn thing through.
I have 2 axes and an S word in my closet that are on the way out of the door. So as I'm walking, I can reach over in my closet and I can grab something. And it doesn't even matter what it is. I'll grab a handle, and that's all I need. Whatever's at the end of that handle, that'll take care of business. I'm good to go.
I'm gonna sneak in and put like a big handle with like a squeak toy at the end.
That'd be fantastic. I would love that. No, dude, I would sell that shit too. A dude would come in and he'd have a gun or something. And I'd just be like, listen, you just do not want to fuck with me. I am fucking crazy. And he'd have a gun pointed at me, and I just for impact, bam, against the wall, and be like, he'd just look at me with the squeak toy at the end of a handle, and he'd be like, all right, buddy, all right, I've had enough, and he'd just like set it down.
I always thought too was
oh, we're putting this shit to the
like,
test.
people always
Ready?
say, oh, I gotta get dressed before I'm like, hell no. If someone breaks into my house, I'm taking clothes off. I'm like, if there's someone inside the house, and I'm getting ass naked before I fight this person.
That's
Absolutely.
right.
Absolutely. You want to make this weird? I want to make this weird.
All right, well, because, you know, and the other thing is like, all right, cool, so you wanna fight or what? Why did it bring me back up here? Oh, and by the way, guys, I jumped off of the crane, and then I held down B, and it just put me back on a roof. Yeah, I mean, you know, let's find the guy who can keep his cool as, like, a naked dude comes out and starts threatening him. Because I don't even care if you're laughing your ass off, or it's like it's like, dude, you're naked. I got a gun. What do you? I don't touch you. I won't get out of my house. Like I don't know. I don't know if I'll be able to keep my cool under that circumstance.
Right? Oh, it's just, what is it? I can't have a chat here. Let's see. Cancel weapon license.
Bury all your guns in a locked chest under the concrete. I dig it.
No, it's like, no, that's what I want. You think it's safe as back? Can you imagine John Wick trying to get his guns? You stay right there.
That's right. I'll just give me a minute. Dude, you're listen, you don't even know what you're in for. You just as soon as I get this concrete smashed through and I get the case open, you just, oh shit, what did I do with the key? Is it on top of the fridge?
Yeah, brass knuckles and knives. Like, have you ever seen French trench knives or trench spikes? They're knives. They are. Imagine like a spike. It's a bladed spike, which was made in World War II to puncture helmets because you were fighting in trenches, and it has brass knuckles or a bell guard, and it has spikes on that bell guard or knuckles. So they're basically brass knuckles with blades on them. They are the gnarliest melee weapon I think ever invented. And like those things are just disgusting. But those are probably, like, of all things, those are like my favorite melee weapons.
The other,
That's a weird thing to have.
well, my favorite melee weapon I think has got to be Cestus, which is basically the same thing.
Yeah.
It's just a pair of crazily spiked gauntlets. But the other thing Jim Jeffries kind of touched on that I laughed at and I thought was appropriate is, you hear gun owners, and I was just listening to a couple the other day, and they were talking, they're like, yeah, if this ever happens and this ever happens and this guy comes out, who the hell are you hanging out with that all these people are coming to your house to kill you? Because I got to tell you, I don't have any enemies. And even when I'm, driving down the road and, I don't know, I get angry, still not making enemies that are going to come to my house. Like,
Anti-seizure drugs were being passed out like candy when the infection first started.
Go to Rocket League, because I have no idea what the fuck is going on right now in this game.
How do you know that?
Look, what do you need me to do?
Glove of Blades. That's basically a Cestus, man.
Gazi. He's not altogether.
Like a Cestus, have you ever watched the original Conan the Barbarian? In that, while he's in the gladiator pits, at some point, he does this like cross fist thing, and he's got these two giant gauntlets on that have spikes coming out the end, and they have spikes all up and down the arm. That's a Cestus. Those things are fantastic.
He's not insistent. So they kept giving it to him.
I prefer never to get in a fight. You know what happens when you get in a fight? Shit sucks. I don't know if you guys have ever been in a fight, but there really are no winners. If you get punched in the face and you punch a guy in the face, you still got punched in the face. I mean, at the end of the day, you still look like you got punched in the face. It still hurts. You roll over. When you're sleeping, it wakes you up. It's shitty. And that's, that's assuming you're not breaking any bones.
Yeah.
That's a whole different ball of wax.
See, here is... No, I'm not wielding an Incestus, Mr. Fancy Bear.
I'll wield an Incestus. Let me tell you something. If I strapped either of my sisters to my wrists and punch you with them, you would know about it.
Although that's a
My
pretty
sisters will
horrible thing to
fuck
yell
you
at
up,
someone.
dude.
Speaking of things you could yell at an intruder to scare them, I'm in here with my sister, but I'm cutting down. I'll come out there and deal with you. I'm leaving that house.
That's
I'm
fucking
getting the
amazing. Oh my god. What the hell is wrong with everybody in this stream? Oh, see, this guy's sword's pretty legit. Look at that. I dig it. It actually looks like the sword I have in my closet.
Cool. Damn, these would be good.
Anyway.
Wasteland Weekend. They're only $60. Yeah.
Well, but you don't have to defend yourself if there's nothing to defend yourself against. And if somebody randomly comes up to you, then that's, I mean, what are the chances of that? It's like, I don't know, 1 in several
Those
hundred
things
of
are
some
awesome.
stranger just coming up and being like, give me your dough. All right. It's a fucking... It's the 21st century, bro. I don't carry cash on me. Here's what I carry. Here are my credit cards. Have all of them. Because by the time you walk down to the street corner, I will have called and canceled them all. So have at it. Not a big deal.
Yeah, I mean, I do like having something for home defense. I think I'll ever need it, probably not, which is why I don't have assault rifles and shit like that, but...
I have something for home defense. It's called being 6'5".
Contact the ERE. Wow, I apologize to everyone who's waiting on me, because I am doing everything but playing this game right now. Although that was also kind of think about, like, taking clothes off and the defender shows up, because let's face it, nobody really wants to fight a naked guy.
Nobody
Not this
wants
day
to
and
fight a
age.
naked guy. In any day and age, nobody wants to fight a naked man.
Yeah, because let's face it, like, if you lose, like, their other thoughts are like, what happens if I lose the naked guy?
That's right.
Does it stop at a fight? You don't know, because you don't have a choice. I think it was a comedian, Rodney Carrington, was talking about how, like, he's all, I always get naked, then I fight like this, and I thrust, I fight like
Thrust. A good pelvic thrust or two fends off any attacker
Exactly.
while you're naked.
If you get the solid fat sound when someone wants to fight you, it's done. It's done. No one wants to fight.
Well, no. Well, what's even better than that is if you put up your dukes, right, and you're all naked, and someone comes at you, and you just, right? If I'm fighting a dude and he walks out naked and then he gets an erection, I'm leaving. I don't care how angry I am at that guy. I'm getting the fuck out.
Right? Especially when we're gonna fight. Like, are we gonna fight? Nope.
Yeah,
No.
nope, we're sure not. In fact, here, take my money. I'll go home and get my television and bring it to you, pal. This is anything, just I gotta get the fuck out of here.
What the hell am I doing? Alright, maybe we should change again. Maybe we should switch it up, because it has taken me, what, about 40 minutes to get anywhere near doing what the fuck I'm supposed to be doing here?
Where is somebody outside? Oh, okay. No, we can go outside now. I don't care what you're doing in here. I'm going outside. Fuck that shit.
If we can go outside and run around, I'm gonna go outside and run around. I don't fucking need to do quests right now.
There's an airdrop, which is a good quest to get.
How do we get that on?
I think somebody's already there. Zane's already there.
Oh, okay. Because if we can get to where we can go get airdrops, we can just run around and do that shit.
Yeah, airdrops are cool. You just run around and the thing that makes this game cool is parkour, man. Parkour, hardcore parkour.
2 days in a row. Yeah, and I have a couple friends who actually were victims of armed robberies. So like, it happens.
Want to sword fight me, he says. Yep. We actually had someone break into our car 2 days ago. And they broke in. They didn't like break anything. Somehow they just opened our car, and we really don't know how. Because the passenger side door was open. Well, we don't have anything in our car because again, it's the 21st century. So they literally stole like $7, and we had some change in the center console that we use for paying tolls or whatever. Like when you're paying the like parking meter. So they took a box of change. And they took my wife's keys for her job. Like, what the fuck are they going to do with those? And then there was a $5 bill that we didn't know what to do with because it's cash. So we left it in the center. So they ended up with, I don't know, maybe $8 worth of shit. And they did it in the middle of the night or whatever. And I started thinking, well, maybe they took those keys thinking that they would get into the house.
That's my thought.
And then I was thinking, though, I'm awake at like 3 in the morning. So when are they going to come into the house? Plus, we have dogs. What is happening right here? That's like a person that I have to help.
Happen during the day.
Well, and I'm home during the day. I work from home most of the time. I rarely go into the office. So, my dogs are going to wake me up. Someone's going to be trying to break into the door with keys that are not to my house. I'm going to be at the door, half naked. I'm going to have a mouth guard in because I grind my teeth, so I sleep with a mouth guard now. So I'm going to show up at the door, half naked, with a mouth guard, like looking naked. Crazy, ready to rock. And again, I'm a 6'5" guy, so they're gonna be like trying to open the door, and they're just gonna see this shadow appear and see like a dude with like if I see it's kind of like the same thing with the dude with an erection. If I see a dude who shows up with a mouth guard, like you don't show up with a mouth guard unless you're gonna ready to punch someone in the face or take some punches in the face. You know what I mean? It's a fucking weird thing to show up with.
The only thing I think I'd want to keep, like, if I was gonna wear something, just to mess with them, would be like, I want naked from the waist down and a shirt that's like a purple shirt with like 2 sizes too small. Like if you had like a Care Bear shirt that went to like here, it was all stretched out. You just open the door. Oh god! Now I kind of want someone to break in just to be weird with them.
Yeah, right. Hey, buddy, you need a hand? That's a big television. I can help you carry it out. Oh, to pay no attention to this erection. I was thinking of something before you got here.
Ooh, you're strong, sailor, to pick up that old TV by yourself.
Well, and that's the other thing I can understand. Like, well, I don't know. So, I have 2 sisters, and my sisters are they're you don't fuck with my sisters, and everybody kind of knows that. Not because I'm there, but because they're formidable forces. But if you're a girl, right? Like I was watching True Detective like a week ago, and the girl cop said something that I was like, wow, that's kind of actually insightful. And as a 6'5" man, I really don't think of it in those terms. But she said she was justifying carrying around like 30 knives on her person, and she said, how would you feel walking around at your job knowing literally every single person you come into contact with can kick your ass? And I was like, wow. it's kind of a revelation because
Yeah.
even if had never even thought about fighting in my life, and was never took any sort of martial arts and never did anything. I'm still 6'5", so a 5'8" dude's gonna punch me a couple of times, and all I'm gonna say is fucking ouch, right? And if I decide that, like, oh, what's he doing? He's punching me. Let me punch him. Like, it's gonna be painful. But if I'm a 5'3" girl who weighs 100 pounds, yeah, I'm gonna fucking walk around in a fucking spiked baseball bat outfit.
Yeah, one of my favorite instructors, the first thing he said, he goes, look, I can teach you all kinds of martial arts and I can teach you all kinds of takedowns and throws and strikes, but the bottom line is, some of you are going to encounter someone who's just so big, everything that I've taught you is going to do nothing.
Yeah.
And like, and he's right, because there's a certain point where you're just so big or so small, as the case may be, that no matter how trained you are, it's just not going to work. I dated a girl who was a black belt in Muay Thai and a black belt in Jiu-Jitsu, and I was not at the time. And she always talked, I can do this, that, and the other thing. It's like, no, not to me, you can't. And at one point, literally she was trying to do an arm bar or something, and I just put my whole body weight on her chest.
Yeah.
And I heard, and I was like, is the fight over? Fight's over. And that was it. And I was like, that's all I have to do. So
Yeah.
to go back to what you're saying, I completely agree with, like, sometimes...
I could literally fall over on the guy. If he hits me wrong, he's fucked. Because if he knocks me unconscious, I'm 250 pounds.
That's what I told her. I
You
was
know?
like, he was talking about it. It's like, oh, well, I'll just, I can do a roundhouse kick to your head. I was like, do you realize that if you knock me unconscious on my feet, I can still win the fight by falling on you?
That's
like,
right.
The fight is not done, even though I'm unconscious. He's like, well, I'll put you in a choke. I was like, if you put me in a rear naked choke or a triangle choke, I'm going to pass out on top of you. And
That's
then you're
right.
going to be stuck there. And I'm going to wake up and it's round 2. Like, you realize that the fight is not over because we're going to have to fight again when I wake up. Like, it's not going to work out for you.
There's also people on drugs like meth.
Yeah, no
Yeah,
shit.
which you're not going to do shit to them. You can shoot those fuckers a couple of times, and unless it's a headshot, what are you really doing to them? You're making them angry.
Exactly. They will look at their broken arm and get mad at you. Don't hate on my height. Are you 5'3"?
I don't hate on anybody's height. Like things that you're born with and you can't change,
Nothing but
they're
long black socks. That'd be amazing. Look at them all. No, long black socks and a tie. I'm working here.
That's right. If I had a ball gag, I would absolutely sleep with that in my mouth instead of the. Because could you imagine? Like I'd go to answer, like it'd be like the UPS man at the front door, and there I am in my underwear and a ball gag, leather gloves on. It'd be fantastic.
No, but if you
Bless
do
you.
that, you have to pull it off like, oh. I
Yeah.
thought you were a
Oh,
burglar.
sorry, buddy.
Time for this?
Oh, the UPS guy would never deliver anything ever again.
I was going a couple weeks back and see you guys. She walked out there, there's a big black guy in her front seat. The new cement, the door panel was ripped off. So she carries on a pepper spray and now stains her teeth with blue so it's hard to hide. Oh, okay, it stains her, okay. Yeah, no shit. Yeah, I do also believe, like Garlock was saying with that thing, I've always believed that a woman carrying a weapon, I think, is completely different than a male carrying a weapon, just because of the circumstances we've talked about.
Yeah. Well, and yeah, and that's the other
being a
thing
big
that's like.
black guy, I'm really not on anyone's rape or hit list, so I tend to be alright walking around.
That's right. You're the person they cross the street to avoid because
Exactly.
they figure they're on your rape or hit list.
Exactly.
Like, oh Jesus, it's a big black guy. I'm the fuck out of here.
Like, there are
What do I
times
have
like
to
I'm
do
literally
here?
going over to help people, and they still look terrified.
I always thought it was awesome when we used to walk around at Huntington Beach because, yeah, like you'd see people just crossing the street to avoid us.
Yep. Get a big giant black guy and then a big. I'm 6'3", and Garlock is 6'5". Like, he's bigger than I am, and he had a big giant mohawk.
Yeah, we looked like we were trouble. Like it's funny because Dome was in the police academy, and cops would stop us and ask us what the hell we were doing, and we're like, we're just walking here, bro.
Right? And
No,
I got
like-
so mad because I knew all the rules and the laws, and I was like, hey guys, Why don't we calm the fuck down here? We were petting a dog that was inside of a yard, and 2 motor cops pulled up behind us, and we're like, "Boo! What are you guys?" Like one guy, "What are you guys doing?" Petting the dog. Well, you know what it looks like? It looks like we're petting the dog. Maybe you should move on. We're like, all right, but they just had that look like, here's trouble. We're like, really? Because we're petting a dog.
Petting the dog is not a metaphor either. We actually were petting a dog.
Yeah, it's not like we weren't sitting in a corner jerking off. We were actually, petting a live dog.
I was, but Dome wasn't. He was actually just petting the dog, and that's why the cops were there. But I put it away before he turned around, so he never really figured it out.
So weird. I just like I don't know if they picked up on it, but I said we were petting a live dog, as though I felt the need to specify that the dog, in fact, wasn't dead.
Fuck am I going?
If we were petting a dead dog, I think that they had every right to stop me. What are you guys doing? I'm petting a dog.
Is that what you call it? I gotta go this way. The other thing that I think was funny is, remember when that Ralph's that was down the road from my house, and how there were those dogs there, and we used to feed them.
Yeah.
I always thought that shit was funny, and I remember the one guy who was like, "Oh, you guys better back away from this fence," because it was like an industrial area, right? So dudes kept dogs there to protect their assets or whatever. But it was literally like the road to the grocery store from my house. And there were like these dogs along the fences. So we used to feed them raw meat as we passed, and we used to like hold our hands out and we'd pet them. And so one day, one of the owners was there. He's like, "You better get out of here or I'll let this dog go." And I'm just thinking to myself, yeah, and he's going to come over here, and I have meat in this bag, and I've been feeding him for the past 3 months. He's just going to come over here, and he's going to sit down, and he's going to do anything I tell him because I'm the one who feeds him. You feed him that bullshit. I feed him meat.
Yeah, and I think he also made some kind of reference to like how they were. He's like, "Look how anxious they are to get a piece of you," like because they were jumping around. I was like,
Yeah.
"No, fucker, they're happy to see us because they know we feed them."
That's right.
Like you think they know we're friends.
Like I bought them dog treats and shit from Ralph's because it was like, whatever. Their dogs are on the way back. We'll say hey. Yeah.
Yeah, because we used to. Yeah, the grocery store was in between his house and where we used to walk, the park we used to walk around in, and we used to run every morning on railroad tracks. And everything was along this path. So people look at us weird because we always had like dog treats and stuff for them on there because we were like, why not?
Yeah. Well, and the other thing is, you know that these dogs are being mistreated because they're being left in this industrial area.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
when you first start running down and they're barking, if you're the guy who doesn't feed them, then yeah, they will chase you down because they're fucking angry at life and all of humanity because their owners are a bag of dicks who eat a bag of dicks, and they're in a bucket of boobs and their ass baskets. That's right. So
store their bag of dicks in the ass baskets.
Oh, that's right. And they go home and they have sex with their Tupperware full of vaginas. That's right. I fit them all in. We're good.
Is it? Oh, okay. Let me catch up on chat. I live in Detroit, but that's a scary. Yeah, okay. But it's also way more expensive to move. Yeah. California is a hell of a lot more expensive. Cali's one of those places where you have to have a job before you move because the cost of living is so different here. Whereas it's easier for us to move somewhere else because it's easier for me to save up money and move somewhere. Like I knew somebody who lived up north in Fresno, and for half of what I pay for rent, they owned a house.
Yeah.
Like they had their mortgage was like $700 in Southern California versus Southern California where I pay like $1,000 or somewhere around 11 or 12 for my apartment. So it's a different world.
Well, it's also like it takes a certain type of person. Like I moved out here with nothing, and it took me a little while initially. I don't know, a couple of years until I got to.
You're lanky. You're not lanky. Well, 6 foot, 160. Maybe you are. But then again, I'm the wrong person to ask what lanky is because if I was ever 160 pounds, I'm dead because I will never be that weight.
Yeah, I don't think I could be
Because of my
160
BMI,
pounds.
I couldn't get there. When we were running the tracks and I had my 8-pack and everything else, I was still 205 pounds or something like that. So that is the lowest weight that I will ever be healthily.
When I was in marathon running shape, when Dome and I first met, I was 185 pounds. And that was me running literally for 2 hours every day at the gym. and also working out and stuff. Like I don't think I'll ever be 185 again. It's just like I was so ridiculously lean. Like even my doctor was like, he's like, yeah, I think we should try for like 200 pounds, and I was like, cool. I was like, well, I was 185 this time. He's like, well, God bless you if you can get to 185, because we'll be talking again.
Hello,
What the fuck
big
am I? This
motherfucker.
is fantastic.
Ah,
Oh, is that a thing? Is that a pickup? Oh, I got a flag. I feel like I'm playing Assassin's Creed now. Oh, no way. Look. Right below me is like a bunch of garbage that I can fall into and sit my ass in the broken glass. It'll be great.
yeah, growl at that asshole. Oh shit.
Weird winking ass and Deadpool fan art. What
Oh,
the hell?
I
Yeah,
can't
muscle is
stand
weight,
you.
man. Well, that's the one thing.
You're
Like
big
recently, I've started doing this shortcut to size. Oh, I fucking missed it, and I'm
Ow.
fucking dead.
That's a
Anyway,
lot.
so I started putting on weight, and I'm like, shit, the only thing that's happening right now is I'm putting on weight, and I'm just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. But, are either of you guys near me, or should I just bail?
Well, I'm up again. I think.
Hey, there we go. Hunt has got it.
Oh god. Oh, you guys shot guns. That's why there's so many of these fucking runners.
I didn't shoot anything. I fell off the top of that tower.
Ow! God damn it! I'm down again. Fuck. This is where the party ends. I can't stand you and your bitey friends.
Your spider friends.
I know politics bore you. Fuck, it's such a great song.
Here is the answer to that, Fancy Bear. Because when you work out a lot, you actually can eat anything you want, and it doesn't matter. And not only that, if you really are into eating, then you should be into working out. Because the Mountain, the guy who plays the Mountain on Game of Thrones, eats like 12 pounds of chicken every day. Or not chicken, but 12 pounds of meat every day. And that's just the meat part of his diet. And he also consumes like, ridiculous amounts of other things. So if you really like to eat, you should work out because you get to eat way more.
Well,
Look at football players too.
Yeah, I guess it is kind of a choice of what is I guess what you value, so to speak. But until you've been there, and it sucks I've lost it. But I was at a point where you can walk in any public place and every female is interested in you, and things like that. Like that's a good side of life too.
That's a great side of
being able to
life.
Get up and do stuff like that. So there are a lot of flip sides to pick what
Alright,
you want.
guys. I gotta take off, so I'll catch you all later.
All right, Hunter, have a good night, man.
Later,
Thanks for
Hunter.
playing. Well, and on the flip side, too, like, when I come back from the gym, I feel like I can fucking conquer Earth. Like, I don't even, when I'm talking about someone going to the gym, I tell them I'm going to Planet Hulk. Because that's how I think of it when I go there. I feel like I'm the fucking Incredible Hulk. Like, I'll sit there and I'll lift weights and the endorphins get flowing and I'm just like, I am a fucking god. And I just start thinking about this
top of
shit.
this
And you
fucking
feel
thing.
so good that why wouldn't you want to do that every single day? Like, it's fucking amazing. Anyway, so there's the argument for working out.
But whatever. I mean, it's.
I'm just answering the question why. Like, why would you want to work out? Because it makes me feel fucking like I can do anything in life.
And my other problem with you, and I'm not saying that you fall into this category, anybody, but I wish I could remember. I don't know if it was Kurt Metzger or if it was Big J Okerson, but I think it was Kurt Metzger. But anyway, he was talking about how he's like, look, there's nothing wrong with. He did the whole thing, but basically he was talking about how he was hitting on a girl's friend because the friend was very attractive and the one that was mad at him wasn't. And so she was resenting him for paying his friend attention. And he's like, look, I got nothing against you. And and then he goes, he's like, I fucked fat girls before. I had nothing wrong with that. My record speaks for itself. He's like, however, he's like, you can look how you want to look. If you want to eat all the cheese sandwiches, then hey, by all means, go eat all the cheese sandwiches. But you can't get mad at me because you look like you ate all the cheese sandwiches.
Right.
And so he was basically saying that, my whole thing, I don't know, a lot of people talk about being superficial and things like that. They're like, oh, you're selfish and you're superficial if you base someone on whether or not they work out. But to me, I look at it as the opposite. I think the person who doesn't work out and gets mad at the person who does because they have no interest in them, I think they're the selfish ones, because what you're saying is, I want a person who eats right and does all the work to stay in shape and does all those things, but I don't want to do it myself, and how dare they get mad at me because I expect them to do what I'm not willing to do myself.
Right.
But I think it's like a hypocritical catch-22, which is why I'm back in the gym at 4 in the morning, because it fucking sucks. But, you know, I don't know. I think everyone has their own things, but I don't know where this rant's going, but...
I don't know. Well, I'm on the same page with you. You know, I mean, I'm not someone to be like, oh my God, you can't have like 4 ounces of body fat or otherwise, you know, you're fucking whatever. Like, I don't care about that. You do what you want to do. But there's a certain tolerance, right? Like, there's a certain amount where it's just like, if you've let yourself go that much, then I kind of know what you think about yourself, because I don't care who you are or what problems you have. My ex-girlfriend has no thyroid gland. They had to remove it. My family has had trouble with their thyroid glands too, which with those things, like I said, my ex-girlfriend, no thyroid gland at all. So when you're like, oh, I've got thyroid problems. No, she has fucking thyroid problems because she doesn't have one. Oh, God damn it, I just fell to my death.
Missing.
But she still managed to maintain, you know, good shape for the most part. Because she, you know, she cared and wanted to live longer and all that other stuff.
Oh, God damn it.
But I'm not like, I don't care, you know, whatever you want to eat, that's fine. You want to carry around a little extra weight. Like, I'm not one who's going to be like, oh, well, you know, I've got more pounds than I care to have at this point. But they're there because, you know, I like pizza and I like sandwiches and whatever else. Oh, 700 survivor points lost. Jesus. Because I keep jumping off the top of that tower. But, so the point is, there's a threshold where you obviously don't care enough to scale it back about yourself. And so I care about myself a lot. So for me to be with someone who doesn't give any shit at all about themselves on the physical level, it reflects also on the mental level. And so it just doesn't jive with me. Like, I just can't bring myself to be with someone who doesn't care about themselves. Playing alone.
Like said,
did you bail?
I don't know what the fuck's going on in this game. I'm talking too much. Not that I mind. I'm talking more than I'm watching, and this is not the game I can do that in. Yeah, and I definitely agree with the whole thing. Like, as far as extra pounds go, I actually prefer a woman. Like, if I had to pick, I would pick a girl with a little fluff on her versus the one with the angry 6 or the 8-pack. Like, that frightens me, and I don't really want that. Like, to each his own, but I don't want the hyper workout girl. I've had that. I've dated Miss Fitness, and it's weird. But, you know, like you said, it's just one of those things where I think that you shouldn't be surprised or angry if you're dating the people that match your fitness level and your commitment to health. Whatever that is, that's fine. But they just expect them to match, and that's my thing. Is it, you know, whatever it is. Like, I don't, like right now, I'm back in the gym losing weight. I'm not hitting on models. Because I'm not in shape to hit on models. But I don't get mad at them or resent them like, oh, they're just superficial. It's like, no, they do their work. And although models are usually 98 pounds, ew. If I can see your collarbone, if I can see your rib cages or your shoulder blade or your spine, just keep walking because I have no
fine
interest.
With that. The other thing, too, is like that you touched on was, you know, people don't get angry at people who don't share their interests, but then they don't consider physicality an interest. Like, if you hate video games, you and I are never dating. That's just the way it is.
I hate
So, but yet people get bent out of shape when, oh, well, you know, I only date models, but I weigh 400 pounds, but they're not interested in me, and fuck them.
I'm just trying to catch up on chat. Let's see. Mr. Fancy Bear got you, Garlock. They go home and have sex with their
Tupperware of vagina. Yep. Yeah, it really. That's what it turns into. Because Dome and I talk. We can talk, man. There's no question about that.
Happens. We actually do. That's why I was thinking we should pick a game where you can actually talk while playing, or we just may shut this down and turn it into a podcast. I don't know, but that is life with us. And that's why I shut down this game. I was like, I'm just falling down, dying, losing survivor points. Yeah. I can't fucking focus on what I'm doing.
I can't climb. What's out there that we can not focus on?
Oh, there's God mode. There's
God mode.